little about your marriage.
Before getting married, my goal was to build my career, have something for myself, because I didn't want to depend on anybody where I need £5, I need to ask. I used to say I don't want to be a burden to anybody's child. So if I'm going to be a helpmate, I need to be able to help completely. I need to establish something, build my career to a certain stage before I get married. So because of that, I got married a bit late, later in life.
Like
so
around what age?
Around, I think about 29. At the age of 29, I got married. So
So now you are married?
Married 19 years, getting to 20 in October.
Wow. 20 years. Guys, 20 years. You know, you might not understand how important this 20 years is, because nowadays people are breaking up within a few weeks, a few months, and apparently in the first 2 years there's been a lot of breakups, marital breakdown. So when you see somebody who has been married, stayed with the same man, ate the same food, slept on the same bed for 20 years, you have to applaud that person. So
thank you. Thank you.
This is an inspiration for us to know that we can be married for that long and still have good marriages. If you are scared and you think, what's the point of getting married? After all, marriages are breaking. Well, there's a typical one here that not all marriages are breaking. So don't be afraid. When the time comes, get married. Thank you. What has kept you looking this young after 20 years of marriage?
Well, I would say for me, it's myself first. That's why I say myself first, because if I'm not in the right frame of mind, I will not be any use to my husband.
Right.
So for me, first thing I do, I pray a lot. Because as you said, the first year in marriage, first 5 years is very tough. The first year you're living with someone who has been brought up in a different home, different family, different upbringing, and then you also have your own. So how do you deal with someone like that? And the things that person has been, brought up for over 30 years with character and behavior, and you think you can change that person. You can't. I think what brought me to that point, I was like, I need prayers. Was when I was single, I used to go out every year. We were 4 friends, so each birthdays we will go away as girls. So each person we will go away. So when I got married, it was one of my friends' birthday, which was, I remember, it was in January. So I got married in October, and the friend birthday was January the next year. And then for me, young, independent, very long time. So you get married, and then I told my husband that, I'm going away with this friend, and he just said okay. So I thought, okay, he has accepted. So then when the time came, me pack my bags, and then I was like, okay, I'm going. He's like, where you going?
Where you going? Oh my God.
Where you go? I told you
in advance
that I'm going to. He's like, yeah, but I did not give you approval. I said to myself,
so what does the okay mean?
I said to myself, I'm like, how? I'm not even asking you permission. I'm just telling you. So for me, that was my attitude. I'm like, how? How? You can't. I'm not asking you. I'm just telling you. So, and then he's like, yeah, but I didn't. I said, yeah, but I'm going, because I can't just tell my friends I want.
This is what I've been doing for years.
Exactly.
You can't just
for years. You just stand up
and you want to mess up my plans.
Exactly. So I went. I went for 3 days. I came back, fireworks.
Of course. What do you expect?
Oh, I came back, and the house was quiet.
Oh my God.
Oh, he did not say a word.
Yeah,
he was not happy at all. When I would say hello, he would not respond. Oh my God. So, okay. So I went, the church that I used to go before, I was very close to the first lady, so I spoke to her, and she called me Akusia. She said, Akusia, take him to prayer. I was like, I'm like, I just needed advice, you know. She said, just take
to back
exactly, at least tell me what to do in this situation. She said, take it to prayer. I said, okay. So I said, okay, let me do it. So I started praying. So then I said, okay, let me do. So I just started praying. I said, God, I remember, I said, God, teach me how to be a wife to this man.
Wow.
That's
Powerful
all.
Prayer
So
points.
teach me how to be a wife, because I can't change him. And if I want to be a wife, someone to be able to work with him, you know, you need to teach me who he is.
Yeah.
And that was the prayer that has helped me a lot. You know, how to talk to him. You know, what to do, when to talk, when not to talk. Because remember, I've been on my own for very long time. Nobody, you know, no one is telling me when to sleep, when not to sleep, what to do. So now you are in this marriage, and to remember, my husband grew up in Ghana. So he's a very the culture, and me growing up in the West. So it's the culture shock for me. The first 5 years, so the culture shock was amazing. So I had to do a lot of prayer. So prayer has, you know, kept me. I do exercise as well, because that's also keep me in the right frame of mind. And then I just like networking as well. I like to see other people to help me. I have mentors. So when I say mentors, it's like women that have been married longer than myself. So, and I take, you know, directions from them. Like the lady, the first lady that I'm talking about. You know, I talk to her a lot, and then the advices, most of her advice, she would say pray. Most of the time she would tell me to pray. So I take a lot of inspiration from people that have seen they are married, you know, years and be married. I ask them, how do you do that? And that's what has kept me this long.
Wow. Because when we calculate the year you got married, when you got married, and how long you've been married, we know roughly your age. And looking at all this, you know, glamour, I'm like, my God, 20 years. Some people are depressed within 2 years, and they look so old already, and somebody's been married for 20 years. So thank you for this inspiration, that prayer, having the right frame of mind, connecting with the right people, you know, and desiring to do the right thing helps us to grow younger and younger, even when we are growing older in marriage. So
you need to prioritize yourself first. You definitely need to, because if not, you're not, you know, good to anyone. So definitely, and then having, as I said, just understand the man that you're married to. You need to understand him.
And that prayer point is very powerful. I'm going to make it one of my prayer points as well. God, teach me how to marry this man. Teach me how to live with this man, how to talk to this man. It's very important. Thank you so much for that. 20 years. So we don't want it to go too quickly. We want to draw so much from this 20 years experience. What character trait do you think a woman, or would you advise a woman who wants to also have 20 years plus marriage to possess?
First is to be patient. You need patience. As I said, you need to know when to speak and when to just breathe and let it go, because everything, we have answers for everything, but you need to choose your battles carefully.
Right.
That is,
Choose your battles.
yes, choose it carefully. There are things you have to assess. Is it worth talking? Is it worth? If you think I need to talk, just calm down, go out, and then you check the moment that your husband is in the right mood. Talk to him. Because the moment of the heat, whatever you say, he will react as well.
And you are likely not to say the right thing.
Exactly.
When
you are angry. So you need to be patient. You need to be calm, and also compromising. Compromising. Most of the time, I know I have to say, most of the time the women really compromise. For me, when I got married, the first thing that I said to myself is that whatever happened, I will make this marriage work. Which means that I need to compromise. There are things that my husband will do that I do not agree with, that I might not be happy with, but I have to compromise. If it's something that is not detriment to the family, then I will just compromise. So be patient, willing to compromise. And I think you need to be respectful as well. Because I always say that in my home, my family, I've never heard anyone insulting anybody in our house. So I don't see why I should insult my husband. I don't disrespect. I have the youngest, the last one in my family, and I don't disrespect them, my elder siblings. So why should I disrespect my husband? So things like this, you need to, that's what the attitude and the character traits that you need to be able to to have.
Some people may feel, maybe because we've got a good husband, so it's easy to respect him. You don't know how my husband is. My husband is a drunkard, or my husband doesn't respect me. My husband beats me. My husband, he's very stubborn. So how do you expect me to be patient with such a man? How do you expect me to respect such a man?
That's what I said when we got married. I said, God, teach me to know how to handle, to be a wife to this man. The reason of that prayer is that my husband, when he says no, is a no. Regardless of what it is, he will not, is his way. So I would say that for me, prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. And as I said, that characteristic, because you don't have to react to that person's behavior. Is you changing, and the way you kind of connect with that person that will make him change. Because if he sees the way you treat him, your husband must be disrespectful and shouting at you, but so far as you remain calm and keep you doing, because there must be something that you saw in him that made you say yes to him. There must be something. So it's the key for me. First thing I'll say, prayer. Prayer is the key. And then, as I said, I always says that when I was ready to get married, I prayed, for God to bring my Boaz. So if the moment that I said yes to him,
you knew that was your Boaz.
I knew that it was him, because I had a list of what I'm looking. We have lots of the list keeps changing as we growing up. So I had a list of what I'm looking in a man. So when he asked me out, my first thing was going to be no, because he's not what I, the kind of person that I look for. And then when I prayed about it, then I saw all those characteristics. So I went back to God. Anytime I face difficult situation with my husband, I always go back to God. That you gave me this man, so please help me in this situation.
You're behaving like Adam and Eve
because
now.
I can't do
the
it.
woman you gave me.
Yeah, you said he was him, so I said yes. So help me to be able to deal with this situation, because I can't do it on my with my own strength. And I believe 100% that with God it's possible. With prayer it's possible, because you can't. I always ask people, I don't know how married people, you can get married and not be prayerful. I don't know. Personally, prayer, I don't know how people can just do that. So definitely,
You've just got me thinking so hard now. Wow. How do you get married without praying? How do you expect to stay married, have your peace of mind, be looking this young, and not be praying?
I don't know how. Personally, I said, I cannot do it. I can't. So everything, every situation, I always turn to prayer.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
Sometimes I can take 3 days and go away in a hotel.
Okay.
Depending on the intensity of the situation.
Right.
I go away 3 days and fast throughout that 3 days. And I know that when I come out, God, that problem needs to solve. So
wow,
that's for me.
Wow. Are we getting the secrets? I'm sure we are. Pray for your boss, especially if you are single. Don't be whiling away time, doing party, shaking your bum bum, looking all cute and doing all those makeup. Be praying, Lord, send me my boss, your customized husband. For the women, and then the men, your customized wife, somebody that you can do life with. And always prayer. Thank you for giving us some prayer points, and we are very inspired so far. We're looking forward for more.
And I think one thing that I want to add for the singles as well is that while you're waiting, you can also pray for yourself that, God, is there anything in me that you need to change? So when I'm ready, it's not going to be a hindrance in my marriage. Because for me, as I said, I have been independent since the time that I moved out from my parents' house from France, and I've lived to singleness for 29. So I have a lot of habit that was not ready as a material a marriage person. So God needed for me to know that you need to change, you need to do this, especially if I'm married to someone straight from Ghana with straight tradition. I needed to work on that. I've
always said, when I see people who were born in the Western world, they've lived all their life in the Western world, and they go to Africa, get married to somebody who have lived all their life in Africa. I have this thing that I'm like, how are they going to manage it? Because the mindset completely different.
It is different.
Completely different. And you have to be so humble and really broken in God to be able to make that marriage work. Because there are so many things that are going to come up and you will not understand unless you are a prayerful person, like what she's saying. So maybe this is your situation, and I hope that you are catching some inspiration from this show to help you manage your marriage in the best way possible. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For giving us the secret to this 20 years of marriage. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Since you've been on this show, I'm seeing a lot of smiles. Has there been a time in your life that you struggled to keep these smiles on?